Hey folks, Dave here, and welcome back to Chernogorsk, our bustling city of industry, in my viewer build series for SimCity. I've let the timer go for just a bit while prepping to record this episode, so we have a bit of cash on hand, about 91,000 simoleons here, and I'll let that keep ticking in while we look around and see what's been going on here. Let's see how our happiness is here. Not too bad. 75% approval rating, everyone seems to be somewhat happy. We have the groundwork laid for a good bit of the city here. Getting a notification about fire. How many trucks do we have? Okay, we just have the one truck. Let's go ahead and extra truck and give him a fire station sign. Fire department. Nice. And we have a health concern as well. Looks like they could use, yeah, need some more patient rooms. Just 12,000 simoleons. Another ambulance to help people get to the hospital. We don't have room for. Well then, let's move our water tower. Okay. Now we should be able to add that ambulance bay. There we go. 10,000. A nice big clinic sign so that people can figure out where to go when they feel like crap. Someone across the street asking for an ambulance. Come on, suck it up and walk across the street. Alright, so here's an overview of Chernogorsk at the beginning of this episode right here. We've expanded to cover a lot of the city building space already. And from here on out, we're going to be increasing a bit down here at the shores, as well as looking at increasing our density in all of these various areas. And I think we're going to have some rebuilding along certain parts. I don't think some of these road layouts may be a little bit inefficient. We'll see. One trick that Yakko actually taught me was if you use this Maxis manor right here and plop it onto a plot point, this is actually the maximum density size building right here. It's the same size as large apartment buildings or large commercial buildings, so you can kind of use this to measure your roadways. And as you guys can see, we have some density issues here where this road is not the most efficient right here. We don't have enough room for two high density buildings side by side. Let's see what's the best way to fix that. You know what? We'll do this. Now that should allow us maximum density, I believe. Let's see. One there, and some room in between. Look at that. And we just bulldozed some poor citizen's house just because poor road planning. Sorry, guys. Oh, we have a sewage issue. Our little nasty sewage outlet pipe is about overrun here. It's pumping a lot of sewage. You guys can kind of see the graph there. It's starting to slow down as the pipes are filling up. This little outlet pipe just cannot handle it. So our solution to that is going to be build a sewage treatment plant, which is a little bit expensive, so let's speed up time just a bit, get things rolling. We're once the next hour passes down here, we should be able to go ahead and build that. And there's our money. Alright, where can we put this thing that people won't have a cow about? We'll shove it down here in the industrial section. And now that we have a treatment plant to actually treat the city's sewage, we want to delete the extra outlet pipe. Alright. So the plant should go online soon. Let's go ahead and bulldoze that outlet pipe and get that out of there. Yeah, we have a lot of ground pollution, you guys can see right there, from having that sewage outlet pipe. Now we can add a little bit of, let's add some commercial right there in the corner to service our downtown area. We'll do the same over here. Bit of commercial. Okay. We still have some health complaints. Down to 0 deaths per day, always a good thing. Our treatment rooms are at capacity again, 25 out of 25, but I think that's okay. We're not too far over the limit. You guys can see some sick people walking to the clinic. That's gross. It's like puking and coughing. Without an ambulance to pick them up, they do have to actually walk to the hospital. And I've had a couple of cities I've done where the hospital is in awkwardly placed locations with not enough ambulances, and they have to walk across like giant bridges and across town to get to the hospital, and it's both hilarious and kind of sad. Can I fit a park over here? Probably not. There's just one awkward trailer just hanging out there. Alright, well the money is continuing to roll in. We're making a good amount of profit here at 7,000 simoleons per hour. And you guys can see that we have some high density, I think these are apartment buildings, yes, coming in the downtown area. These will help really pack those Sims in there and make much more efficient use of our space here. And our jail cells are actually empty now, so I'm going to turn off these extra cells, which are costing us 3,300 simoleons per hour, not 3,000, thankfully. That'll save us some cash, always a good thing. We're getting a bunch of visitors to town. I wonder if we should build some sort of tourist destination. We have one awkward section of road right here too, where people have to go from a 4-lane road to a 2-lane, and then back to the 4-lane. So we will upgrade that so that we don't have any traffic jams at that intersection, hopefully. Now I'm looking at this cross street right here, and I'm not sure if that's the most efficient way to zone that. What's our measurement building here? Yep. No high density anything can grow right there. So what to do? I also don't like this cross street right here being a low density street. That really ought to be an avenue, because everyone's going to take that shortcut instead of driving on the main avenue over here. There's like 1 or 2 cars on this nice big avenue. Everyone's wanting to take the street. Yeah, we're going to have to fix that. That's going to lead to some really bad traffic problems down the road. Ah, look at that. Should work out nicely. Yeah, we'll go ahead and bulldoze that for the moment. Give us some room to work. There we go. And sorry guys, I hate to lose these apartment buildings, but I really should have designed this better. I curse you, past Dave. By the time we're done with this, it ought to be much more efficient. Let's get some commercial in there. Sorry, citizens. We have more abandoned buildings. That's for sale. I'll leave it for now instead of just bulldozing away. Trash dump is working pretty well over here. We're burning most of our trash, it looks like. It adds air pollution, but it's heading off of the map that way, so I'm not too worried about it. Take that environment. We'll add a cross street. Well, let's measure first. If we're going to do this, let's do it right. There's one there, and about one there, so just before the angle on the road, we'll connect it like that. That's going to be much more efficient. Yikes, that's quite the traffic jam there. Okay, well, let's try to upgrade these roads to high-density avenues and help traffic move a bit faster. Having sickness problems again. Probably air pollution from my power plant right there. Yeah, that's a lot of air pollution. Okay. I think we're gonna move that power plant. That's just too much of a liability. It's getting too many people sick. Let's see, where can we put it? There we go. We'll just do it right there. We have like a massive influx of power there all of a sudden. Yeah, massive access. Excess of power. Not access of power. And now that that's online, we can bulldoze the old loop. Alright, well we just hit 15,000 citizens. And that's going to allow us an upgrade to our town hall. Yay! And before we get too in-depth with expanding this lower part of the city, let's figure out where our resources are. Do we have any coal? Alright, we have no coal. Already forgotten what we had here. We have a little bit of ore. But that's in downtown, we're not going to mine that. Oil. Oh! Hello! Massive oil slick of goodness. Okay, so... Oh, is there more up here? Oh, there's so much oil. How did I forget about this? Okay, so... Sorry, citizens. But we're gonna get us an oil refinery going here. Not a refinery, a oil well. Yeah, that's happening. We're gonna make some serious cash off of some oil here. Let's expand our roadways just a bit first. Let's cut this road down and get it really out there at the shore. That's some awkward terrain right there. I'm a stickler for having nice looking roads. I can't stand the weird angles and stuff. And I deleted the end of my bridge. Crap. Let's try that again. Do that all the time. Ah, now the road connection's even worse. Close enough. Now, despite the fact I'm going to be plopping a really nasty oil well right in the middle of this area, I am going to keep zoning it residential for the moment. It may just have to be like an oil refining ghetto. I want that black gold. I don't want to do it in downtown because we have some bigger buildings already starting to come in. Our school is full. I guess we'll put a second school down here as well. I'm gonna plop a bit of industry down here as well. Hopefully that won't travel across too much of my other houses up there. I'll trim it down just a bit there. A bit low on water. I'll plop one more water tower there. So I don't want to spend money on a water pumping station yet. Wow, we have 1,400 passengers per day at our train station. And I think we have one more road to draw here. Let's go ahead and connect. Yeah, we'll do another avenue. I could try to use angles to make it a little bit more efficient, but curves just look so much better. That intersection may be problematic down the road. We will see. I've got a feeling that was a mistake, but it is efficient. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, so to help with our overcrowding at our schools, let's plop a nice little schoolhouse right down here. Spending money indeed. And we'll add some new school bus stops. All these new areas we've added. What happened with these houses? What on earth? Okay, the roadway seems to be having some issues right here, so I'm actually going to bulldoze that. I'll plop an extra water tower, see this one's about to go bye-bye. There we go. So you know what? Forget all these water towers. Let's just go ahead and do a water pumping station. Our city is just too thirsty. Where's a good place? That'll work. Now we have a nice bit of breathing room for our water supply. And of course, traffic is already starting to pack up. You know, I wonder if it would be better to actually just bulldoze this. Do this. I have no idea what I'm doing here, but it looks interesting. A little too interesting. That's more like it. I think we can get some nice density in there. Yeah, we'll lose a little bit of space in the middle, but we're about to plop an oil well anyway. So. What an awkward zoning mess there. Now, before we get too crazy with trying to expand our city, which just hit just over 20,000 residents, let's get some parks in here, get some land value up. It takes up a lot of space, but does good things for the land values, we're going to need if we're going to plop an oil refinery in the middle of the coastal area. Wow, that's a lot of traffic. Alright, Parks, do your thing. Oh yeah, I need to clear out this, whatever this is, this canyon road. It's just hilarious. That car is balanced on the edge of the abyss. You know what, we could probably just do a simple street, high density street over here, because we had this main avenue crossroad now. This is going to be lower traffic. How's that going to do it? Yeah, that's some nice building room there. School bus stop. There and there. It's there too. Nice. City is growing. Our two small commercial shops down here have done pretty well, despite being on the land where a sewage pipe just a short time ago was pumping nastiness out onto the ground. Your customers must not care about the smell. Next question is going to be, what is the most efficient way to get my railroad over here? Actually, that is a poorly placed power plant because I want the railroad to come up to my trade depot right over here. And seeing we do have oil, I'm going to swap it out for an oil power plant. We'll do it right there. Everyone stop complaining. It's a good thing. Now I can actually draw railroad tracks over the water with different bridges and stuff like that. Let's try this. Hopefully it'll work. Let's try freeform. Road grade too steep. Almost. Hey, look at that, that worked. I don't like the looks of that bridge though. It's not a great looking bridge. I really want a nice looking bridge. So maybe if I delete a little bit of track here. Oh, I actually can't. That appears to be the official track that was placed, pre-placed in the level, so I can only add on to it. There we go. I'm not sure if I would trust those rail lines. We struck water. So after all that, my goal, like I mentioned earlier, was to get this rail line over to my industrial section so that I can have a rail yard right about, oh, here somewhere. Let me destroy this extra coal power plant now that it is no longer needed. Not bad at all.